All right, so I'm going to talk about the advantages of heel down versus heel up and what we can do to practice them. So first you want to notice that I'm not like all the way up here on the pedal. I'm down about 2 or 3 inches, right, from my heel down. And there's, good connectivity throughout most of it. The bottom part of my heel is slightly off, the bottom part of the kick pedal. And that's okay, right? Gives me a nice leverage for heel down. Now with heel up, there's a couple different things. So now my heel is up, a couple inches above the heel of the bass drum pedal. And with heel up, if I'm going to leave my heel up, then I can, this is called burying the beater into the head, right? Because I'm not allowing the beater to come back. But it involves a little bit more tension on my part, right? So I can just practice that at home just to get a feel, maybe with a metronome at a certain tempo, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. Notice how my heel doesn't come all the way down. It's not coming all the way. It's still, but notice there's still a lot of action in my ankle. I'm not preventing that ankle from moving. I want to move the ankle. A lot of times I see my students, they're just like stuck in the ankle and they're using more of their leg than they need to. If they really open up your ankle, you can get a lot of power, and it just sounds so much better than just like kind of just trying to get the whole leg into it. See, I'm not getting as much volume if I'm just like trying to put my whole leg into it without moving my ankle. And you can see I'm not moving my ankle as much, and I'm not getting as much sound. Now, if I move my ankle, look how much sound I get. So that's one thing, right? Burying it in there. So now the other thing I can do is with heel up, I can then come down. If I can show you this angle, the heel then comes down at the same time, right? But the other thing I can do is I can put my foot even slightly further down on the pedal, which makes it easier for the batter to come off the head. See? See how that's happening? So now I'm getting a lot of ankle movement, flexion and extension of the ankle, and the batter is just coming off the head, right? So that's, heel up, but then heel down, right? So heel up, heel down, heel up, heel down. And look how much movement of the ankle there is going on, right? Heel up and heel down. All right, and that eventually can lead into more like this continuous heel down, heel up, which is more advanced. I don't want you to practice that, but I'm just showing you as, what that leads to in, in terms of developmental terms. So yeah, so review, we can go heel up, bury it into the beater, right? I think that's easier to start with, but you still want to get that ankle moving. You want to experiment with, like, when your heel goes up, the toes go further, down, pointing down. Like, I don't know, dancers kind of have a good sense of it, especially people that like did ballet. Like the toes just point down, so they have this refined movement of their ankle and the toes. So you have to kind of experiment with that with the heel up, right? And then getting that ankle, because heel up is like you're really requiring more movement of the ankle, right? As opposed to like when heel down, the ankle still moves, but it's just a lot less range of motion here, as opposed to there's just more range of motion that's happening in the ankle. So that's what you're going to kind of experiment with at home. Like, okay, what is my ankle doing when I'm doing heel up? I'm burying it into the beater, which is probably easier. And then if that feels comfortable, you can then maybe try coming down a little further on the pedal and then seeing if you can get the beater to come off with a heel up like this. All right, so that's over 4 minutes of heel up and heel down technical jargon talk.